Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here, and today on Freelance Grinder, we're asking the question, what do I do after I get hired? So we're talking about what you do after you get hired. I got a question from Darren, and Darren wants to know, what do I ask the client? Do I just ask for the features of the product and start writing? Are they going to provide me with information they want in the copy? Am I just submitting a Word doc of my copy to them and things like that? So Darren is a copywriter. He had a little bit of trouble with a client where he had a bad experience of some sort. They asked him, like, do you even know copywriting? They were like, do you even copyright, bro? And anyway, that's the question you got to ask because something happened. I don't know what happened, but maybe he jumped in and got in over his head or something. So we want to talk about this. And first of all, I want to ask you guys, have you ever gotten in over your head? Like, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever worked with a client that you felt like you were in over your head? You didn't know how to deliver, and this was a problem for you. Maybe it led to feedback. I'd love to hear your stories down below. Drop them down below. Maybe we can chat about them in the comments or something. Maybe that'll bring up new questions that nobody's thinking about. Anyway, after you get hired, so you jumped in with this job, you got hired, and somehow you don't have the specifics of it, so what happens next? And we're going to address these questions, just go through here. What do I ask the client? So things you want to ask the client are going to be like, what do you actually need from me? That's a big open-ended question. They can kind of start going into some specifics. If they want to target their marketing, do they want to be vague or formal? Do they want to be, is it going to be casual or wait a minute. Do they want to be vague or specific or casual or formal? Like, what kind of writing style do they want? Do you have any examples of the kind of writing style you want? Because that's going to help me get a feel for the thing that you're going for so that I can make sure I deliver that for you. And then what is a good experience going to look like for you? And these are all actually questions that you should be asking before you get hired. So guys, you should not be working with people if you can't help them. And I can't stress that enough. Like, if you can't help somebody, then you shouldn't work with them. You shouldn't accept the job. I don't care if they reach out to you. I don't care if you applied to them. Do not accept it if you don't know for sure that you can help them. But how do you know for sure? You know by asking them these questions up front. What does a good experience look like from you? Do you have any examples of what you're going for? Like, what do you want from me? And then once you find this out, you can make that decision on whether or not you should take the job. But let's say somehow you took the job. You still want to ask these questions on the back end. What do you want? What are you looking for? How can I make this a good experience for you? And then they're going to tell you. And then you're going to write the copy, and then you're going to hand that back to them, and they're going to say, yes, it's good, or no, it's not. And if it's not, then you're going to say, okay, what do you need me to change and make different for you? And whenever you make those changes, after they tell you that, you're going to make those changes, and then they're going to love it because now they've done this twice to you. They've given you instructions twice, and either you really jack that shit up and it just sucks and you probably deserve bad feedback, or you try to do what they ask you for and they love it because they've asked you twice now for two different things. They've given you specifics, so they love your copy. So that's what's going to happen. If you guys have gotten in over your head, that's what's going to happen. And if you're in over your head and doing something like they want you to do something that you don't know how to do at all. Like, if somebody asks me, they hire me for copywriting and then they want me to make a musical composition, that's way out of my league. Now, am I going to say no? Nah, probably not. I'll be like, yeah, I can handle it for you. What do you need? What is a good experience going to look like? What would it sound like? You have any similar sounds you can show me so that I can understand what you're going for. And then I'm going to take all that information and I'm going to say, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'll give you a sample. This is totally out of my lane. I want you guys to be honest about this. You guys, be honest. God, I know you guys are super villains out there, but shit, you can be honest with people. Like, if you don't know something, tell them. Like, this is out of my lane a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll give you a sample of it, and if you like it, if you like where I'm going with it, then we'll continue and we'll negotiate pay because that's out of my league. That's not something I'm comfortable with. We need to negotiate our rates and stuff like that. So then I'm going to take that information that he gave me and I'm going to go find a freelancer to make this thing and I'm going to have them do it and then I'm going to send him the sample and then if he likes it, great, I'll move forward, and then if he doesn't like it, I'll be like, what do you need adjusted? And then we start over from there and we move forward and give him what he wants. Now, next question. Are they going to provide me with the information I want in the copy? No. Some clients are going to be really super vague with you. They're going to give you like one line of text that tells you nothing. Some clients are going to be really super specific, and those clients, I hate working with those guys because usually they were some form of copywriter. They think they were a copywriter and they know everything. But I hate working with them because they're going to micromanage you. I actually like working with vague people because it's easier to deliver for them, but you're going to have to ask them some questions. So when someone's vague with you, they're like, I need a page of copy. I need a page of sales copy. You know, even sales copy is more specific than copy, right? So you need to ask them, what kind of copy do you need? What kind of style do you want? Do you want it to be vague or specific? Do you want it to be formal or casual? Who is your market? get all the details. You have to ask for this stuff, and if you're not asking for it, you're not going to get it. Now, am I just submitting a Word doc in my copy to them? I wouldn't do that. I would submit through Google Docs, because even like astronauts on the moon, like, they can access Google Docs even if they're on a Mac. So Google Docs is better than a Word document. But if you're doing a Word document for whatever reason, like you're stuck in the fucking Stone Ages, then upload it to Dropbox at least, so they don't think you're sending them a friggin' virus. Okay, guys? Got it? Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's the main things I got for you. If you can't help somebody, if you know that something's completely out of your lane, don't accept that job. Ask specific questions before you take the job, so that you know what you're getting into and you know if you can actually help somebody. Because why would you take a job when you don't even know if you can do the job? Like, you don't even know what you're doing. That doesn't make sense to me, why you would take that job and risk your feedback being negative because you couldn't deliver what you said you could, which you didn't even know what that thing was in the first place. So don't take jobs you're not qualified for. Ask questions to make sure that you guys are qualified for it. And if you can't do a thing, be honest and refer the guy out, because that's going to make sure that he has a good experience and that you get good feedback. So what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on this? Like, drop me your thoughts down below. Let me know if you've ever ran into this, like you've ever jumped in with something, got in over your head, and didn't know what to do and like what that was, because I'm sure there's going to be some funny freaking stories come out of this. I've done it several times now, but I just found ways to work around it. I was like, oh shit, I have no idea how to do this thing he's asking me, but now I'm going to go research it, find out, and ask him questions and make sure that we're on the same page, and then deliver it and get paid. That's how it works. That's all I got for this one, guys. Drop me a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more. I'm Sinister Lex, this has been Freelance Grinder Monday, and I will see you next time!